quit rapping. Dudes knows that's you should appeal to the haunted edgelords. That sound like an edgy character. What the fuck is that shit?
What's up, my archers of chaos? Your King and Knife, it's about to be Turk, and we're into Kingdom Hearts week. So there is content coming through. So don't worry about the content. In my stream, I'm working on my stream. You know, it's gonna get better. I think I might have to just call and see if I can get me an adapter that goes on the PS4 that has the top network adapter feed into the PS4. I'll figure out something like I always do. So don't worry about that. Now, we're into Kingdom Hearts week, since Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out as the next Square Enix Final Fantasy type release. You know, we're gonna be talking about Final Fantasy characters and Kingdom Hearts. Now, these are not the rules are. These are not going to be the staple characters. These are the characters I want. These are staple characters. 2, 1 per series. As much as there's actually one Final Fantasy I wish I had 2 characters from, but we're gonna keep it down to 1, just to be fair with you. Just to be fair with you guys. Just to be fair. And they can't be staple characters that's already gonna be in Kingdom Hearts 3, which you already know, the Yuffie, Cloud, Leon, and all that stuff. Those are staple characters, so you know, no returning characters. We're gonna be talking about brand new spanking characters that's not in the Kingdom Hearts that I want in Final Fantasy, even if they're in Traverse Town or what's the other place, or Hollow Bastion, or whatever have you, or whatever place they put the Final Fantasy characters, or even if they mix the Disney worlds with the Final Fantasy characters like they had before with Auron. These are actually the characters I actually would like to have in Kingdom Hearts 3. So, let's get to it. 3, 2, 1. Let's go! So, starting with number 1, I'm going to have to go with the easiest, obvious choice than everybody else's. Now, this is going to divide the fan base because some people don't like this girl's games, but I do. But we're not talking about any kind of female, and we're not doing any more females from the old Final Fantasy, so 7's not counted, so it's counted. So we're gonna go ahead and go for, you thought she's picking Yushitola. That's a little later. Lightning. Now, Lightning would be a perfect addition in the Olympus Coliseum as a secret boss battle, because I've always wanted to fight Lightning. I wanted to choose Saz, but Lightning is more recognizable, so, and of course, Team Square Enix is actually going to do recognizable Final Fantasy characters, considering the fact that Kingdom Hearts is not really a Final Fantasy game. It just includes Final Fantasy worlds in the game, but they only choose the popular Final Fantasy characters, as you can see, and any of the characters that Nomura had any involvement with. As you see, the only 6th character was actually Setzer and Nat, and that's because he designed Setzer himself. But, you know, Lightning would be actually a good addition for the fact that she is one of the faces of Final Fantasy, and she's a more recognizable female character for Final Fantasy as well, considering her games, you know, came out in, like, you know, the late 2000s, like later 2000s, like I think 2009 to 2013 and stuff like that for her last game. And Lightning has a big fan base. I mean, Lightning is on the face of Louis Vuitton. Now, if she is modeling Louis Vuitton, and you know how big of a brand Louis Vuitton is, then that should tell you how much of a face Lightning is. Plus, I think she'd be good helping with Squall's organization to hunt down Heartlesses and stuff like that. Who knows? She could even be someone who can actually help you fight the 13 Pieces of Darkness, since the 13 Pieces of Darkness are stronger versions of the Organization 13 after being Norton. So, Who knows? And even if they don't, still, them and Hollow Bastion, still a cameo. I think Lightning's best cameo performance belongs. I think Lightning's best cameo performance actually belongs in Olympus Coliseum as a boss battle, but also as someone you can interact with and get advice from, or maybe this boy could train Kairi. Who knows? She could be put to use to train the female Final Kingdom Hearts characters. So, you know, she could be used for that. You know, as to teach Kairi what how to be a stronger, female cast character. So, and Lightning's already a strong character as it is. I mean, she defeated the god of her universe. That classifies a strong female character if nothing else does. And she goes on par with Cloud and Noctis in them. So, yes, Lightning Pharaon is the first character I want as a new character in Kingdom Hearts 3. So yeah, pretty much yes. For Lightning, I would like that. Not to mention that if you need help beating Sephiroth, you got and you want to choose and you're allowed to choose a Final Fantasy character besides the staple ones, or maybe even as a DLC character. Who knows that you could add in your party to go in Disney Worlds and Final Fantasy Worlds, and she could be strong enough to help you take on Sephiroth. Considering in Dissidia she's held her own against Sephiroth before, why can't she do it in the Kingdom Hearts verse? So that's why I think Lightning is actually absolutely perfect in Kingdom Hearts lore as it is. So I think Lightning should be at least a huge consideration, and I'm pretty sure half the fan base that likes 13 disagrees. Now the ones that don't like 13 will say, no, get that shit off here, get King of the Night's trash content off of YouTube, this offends me, I'm a special snowflake. So, but she would be good against the fight against even if she don't fight against Sephiroth. The fact we're getting another Final Fantasy character that's powerful, strong, and everything that a Final Fantasy character should be in the Kingdom Hearts lore is good enough. Now, the next one is our card-slinging Ace. Now, I get that, sure, Ace's game is M-rated for reasons that there's a lot of blood and violence and, wartime violence in Type 0. But this would get more publicity for the franchise of Type 0. This will get more publicity for Type 0. So, I don't see why not to have Ace in your party, or Ace in a whole. And even he can hunt down Heartless and stuff like that. And he would be more willing to actually join Squall or Leon, considering that Ace is opened up to new things. He's more of a charismatic person, as for like Cloud, who doesn't really care for much unless it fits his agenda. Ace is more an open main character to doing stuff. After all, he joins up with the military school and is open up with any collaboration. So Ace would be a character. Not only Ace is a new main character too, as well. He's part of the Fabulous Crystallis Novia and recent games of Final Fantasy as well. So why not throw an Ace in a hole? Okay, I'll stop. That was cringe. You knew this was coming. I wanted to choose Noctis, but Ignis is my boy, man. Ever since I played episode Ignis, I've always fell in love with the character. Because what he stands for. And I like what he stands for. What he stands for is Alpha. Because he stands up against Arden, even though Arden's way more powerful than he is. He's not afraid. He's not afraid to use the Ring of Lucii, possible death, to save Noctis. Maybe in Kingdom Hearts he could play a role where he saves Sora the same way he saved Noctis. And and even if they don't have him fighting in the Coliseum or fighting Heartless and Skull's organization, maybe he could be in the Ratatouille world. Since the Ratatouille world's right there, maybe there'll be in the Ratatouille world there'll be cooking mini games. And if there's cooking mini games, then don't you need a chef character? So why not Ignis? Why not Ignis? Because he could teach you how to cook. And that'd be if you're going to do the mini game of the Ratatouille world, having Ignis, you can talk to him in a conversation, and he can teach you. He can be your cooking mentor, if anything else. You know, I don't know if food's going to be involved, but I know if in the Ratatouille world, it's going to be involved. And it's probably going to be like how it is with the Little Mermaid world. There's not going to be a villain in there, but the mini-game's going to be very important because the mini-game's going to add up to some of the stuff. And like I said, you don't even have to really fight or use his magic like he did in Final Fantasy 15. And even if he did, that'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool if he did, you know. That'd be pretty kosher and cool if he taught you how to cook and also fight at the same time. But if he does fight, I think Olympus Coliseum would be perfect with him because, you know, he uses magic and magic daggers, you know. You're going to have to really power up your Keyblade considering how powerful Ignis is. As when you play Comrades, when you fight the Chocobros, is actually the strongest of the Chocobros to fight in Comrades. Which makes sense because Episode Ignis is the last DLC. Not to mention, Ignis kept some of the powers he had from the Ring of Lucii. Even when he got blind, he at least have a little bit of that power left. Because all he gave up was his vision. That's how all he gave up was his vision. He never gave up his life, so he still has some of his powers. Now, it could translate to Kingdom Hearts as well. So he'd be a pretty hard, you know, Coliseum boss that make things a lot more difficult. Also, and even if he doesn't fight, I mean, if there's a Ratatouille world, like they say there is, you know, you need a Cooking Mama character. And Ignis is the Cooking Mama for the Chocobros. He's not only good at fighting and using magic with daggers and putting the Ring of Lucii in and you know, and intimidating villains like Arden, you know. He's also a good cook. He's also a good cook. You know, he cooks food really good, and with the cooking minigame, hey, you cannot go wrong. I would learn. I would spend at least one arc learning how to cook from Ignis, and then do a good dish, and then open up the keyholes that way, and the Ratatouille will be fixed. And maybe that's how you get the Ratatouille summon, because I think Ratatouille is a summon. I think it is. I'm not sure, but I think the rat from Ratatouille is actually a summon. But this is how you get that summon. Or maybe Ignis could compete. Maybe Ignis could compete with the Ratatouille main character on the cooking contest, but under the 13 Seekers of Darkness taking over his mind, just like they did with Cloud in Olympus Coliseum. And once you beat Ignis, the evil force that was controlling Ignis, is gone, and Ignis is set free, and Ignis will actually give you the Ratatouille summon as a gift, as well as open up the keyhole and finish that mission for you. But you gotta put my boy Ignis. You gotta put my boy. If I wish I could put more 15 characters, but I can't. I'd be breaking the rules. So I'm not gonna be putting no more 15 characters in there at all. But another bonus round character I'd also like to is Yushitola, which you already saw her early on in the video, which I'm gonna put as the last one. Now this is not footage of her. She was in my lightning footage. But why Shitola? Why Shitola? Are you kidding me? Advertised Final Fantasy 14. Made people want to play the MMO. And she's a recognizable character as well. She's just as she's just as much famous as Lightning and Ace and Noctis. You know, she's one of the new main characters, even though she's the face of an MMO game. Final Fantasy 14 is one of their biggest MMOs of all time. And is still being played today. Why not actually make a collaboration by putting Yushitola in Kingdom Hearts? Even as a Coliseum boss. Or even if not that, maybe put her in the Tangled world. Maybe you talk to her in the Tangled world, you know, like a foresty world, because she looks like she belongs in a foresty world. Why not put, Yushitola in, like, Tangled or something like that, and she can actually help you defeat the boss in Tangled. Or heal up, or heal up Rapunzel when Rapunzel's in bad health when, Larxene comes to go mess with her, or whatever not. Why Shitola? Why not Shitola? Why not Shitola? So, may the crystal be with you, and thank you for, and this will be the start of Kingdom Hearts week until the Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, and may the crystal be with you. I'm also trying to fix up my streams, so my streams will be a lot better. I'm trying my best as I can. So may the crystal be with you.